A word of caution. The following short film delves into a very sensitive topic regarding ending one's own life. If that topic is too sensitive for you, you don't have to watch this video. But the short film is a very encouraging one, as was suggested by a subscriber, as you will see. So please keep that in mind. You have been warned. Thank you. Hello everybody, ScotsThinker here, and today we are initiating another episode of ScotsThinker Suggestions. It's been a while since I've done one of these. This time we are taking a suggestion from a subscriber by the name of AWOL, aka Wooza-I5. During a live stream I made, he recommended that I look at and review a short animated film called Cosmos Laundromat to review it and give it an analysis. So I would recommend seeing it for yourself before delving into it. It's not that long, and it's going to make for a fascinating conversation to say the least. To start off with, this movie was made via Blender, so this gave me a lot of nostalgia from times when I attended a CGI class and learned how to use Blender to understand the basics of CGI. So knowing that experience, is it just me, or does the sheep's face have some kind of resemblance to the default monkey face from the Blender system? For those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know. Anyway, what is Cosmos Laundromat about? This is a story about a black sheep who is contemplating suicide until a ginger-haired man comes up to him and pleads to have just 1 minute or less of his time. The black sheep begrudgingly agrees to hear him out, and so the ginger-haired man replaces the rope around his neck with a belted collar with some kind of timer device on it. He tells the sheep to wait and activates the timer, which then summons this miraculous rainbow whirlwind that sucks the sheep up and takes him out into the cosmos, all whilst the ginger-haired man and other black sheep are observing it all. And the black sheep make this amazing background music as this particular black sheep is continuing to go up and up and up and up and up into this amazing light. And then he closes his eyes, blackout. And then when he wakes up, he notices that the black sheep is no longer a black sheep, but now a caterpillar. He is quite intrigued by his new form and presumably willing to initiate this new kind of lifestyle. And we zoom out from this new environment that he finds himself in, and we find that he's in some kind of cosmic laundry machine, one of several. And from another one, the ginger-haired man exits out, then waits a while, gets a cigarette, and then hears the timer go off and presumably goes to the laundry machine where the sheep is located. That's a basic summary of the short film. So now for a thorough analysis. The short film, from what I've heard, was intended to be a much longer movie, but sadly, due to the lack of funding, all we ever get to see of this project is this one short film, which was meant to be the opening of the entire movie. And it is quite a shame, because it would have been great to see this concept be expanded upon and all the unique, surreal ideas that this premise is bringing about. Because from what I've seen here, it's a particularly strange film, and I remember when I was in that CGI class, I was shown a series of particularly strange short films that were shown in Blender, and not all of them made sense. I mean, some of them had a straightforward plot, like Big Buck Bunny, and that one tragic fantasy story about a girl and her pet dragon. But some of them, like Elephant's Dream, were much more surreal in their presentation. And this one has a bit more of a coherent story, but at the same time, not everything is made overtly clear to you. Now, make of that as you will. Some people don't really like that kind of thing, but with this, I think it's got the same kind of appeal as the animated movie Flow, where not everything is explained to you, but you can kind of feel the intended themes that are being conveyed. So in this case, the black sheep is feeling very down in his life. He's got a bit of a low self-esteem. I mean, it's a very grim image, just having that rope associated with the hanging noose just around his neck and having him have such a little self-esteem. This was obviously meant to be an opening to a much longer film, which would have made for a surreal yet quite mature presentation. But what I find really inspiring about this movie is the overall theme of a second chance. Because no doubt a lot of us have been at a place in our lives where we feel down in the dumps, where we think that life's not really worth living anymore. But then along comes somebody special in our lives who is willing to say, hey, look, you have potential, you have worth, you are amazing. You just have to give yourself a chance. And sometimes, if that person is really loving, that person will say, look, if you're not willing to see any worth in yourself, I will. I'm going to give you a new opportunity, a new outcome in life, a new outlook in life. And this is literalized in the fact that the sheep transforms into a caterpillar. Now, what does this mean? Is this some kind of transformation, some kind of rebirth, like a reincarnation thing? That element is up to interpretation. And was the island that he's on some kind of alternative dimension? Was it teleporting to another place on Earth? We get the sense that the cosmic laundry machines are just these different pockets of space and time for different opportunities for these different beings. Again, it's not made altogether clear, but you can feel the essence of the theme of second chances and the blessings that giving life a chance can bring. And so when someone gives you that special opportunity to give another chance of life, you'll sense a rebirth, however you interpret that. And then you can proceed to life from there. There's a lot of ways you can interpret that. Maybe it's some kind of insight you get from a helpful book, or maybe it's someone who come along to give you a chance. But obviously this is going more along the lines of someone coming along to give you a chance. And yeah, it is quite surreal in its presentation, but that theme, it's there, plain to see, and it's a very inspiring theme. And I could go more into it, but I think that's the vast bulk of what I have to analyze. I mean, anything else would probably go into the way that it's being presented. Like the fact that the black sheep, that all the other black sheep, the herd of black sheep go up to this one black sheep being sucked up into the clouds, and then they're all singing along. I mean, that's usually quite a comedic thing to occur. Characters just singing the background music. But here, it's kind of funny just to see all these animals sing the background music, but there's also this sense of wonder that they are venerating this sense of amazement that is happening right before them. So perhaps you could interpret the ginger-haired man as this angel, perhaps, who is helping someone out in life. And perhaps the sheep could be interpreted as people, because people can be lost sheep and they need to be found again. And there's a great rejoicing when that one sheep out of the herd is found again. So if there's such a celebration over just one sheep being found, how much more worth do you as an individual have? I think that's the overall takeaway that makes thematic sense for this short film. But I think that's all I can honestly analyze about this movie. If you've seen the short film for yourself, what do you think about it? I'd be very curious to hear your take on it, especially given the surreal nature of this particular movie. And thank you, AWOL, for enabling me to watch this particular short film. Very fascinating to watch. What do you think of this short film? Let me know down in the comments below. Let me know down in the comments below, and we'll get a conversation started. In the meantime, ScotsThinker signing out.